All right, guys, live Q&A time, so use hashtag Cowboys to get your questions on the show. Makes it a lot easier for producer Dylan to find them and bring them up. So again, use hashtag Cowboys to get your questions on the show. I'm sure we'll have plenty on Dak Prescott. That's not a huge surprise to me. That's fine. First up then from John Liu, $40 million a year. Dak's agents might as well have asked for $100 plus a year because he's not going to get it. You're right, John. Look, I think that Dak's team is aware they're not going to get 40, but allegedly asking for 40 is the clear indication of, hey, this is what we expect. Okay, we'll meet you halfway from 40 and 30. That's still highest paid quarterback in the NFL. That's kind of my issue for the Cowboys. You can't pay Dak the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. That's just not the way to go there. All right, Adam says, you have to give him more than Wentz. He has never missed a game, guys. That's fair. I understand that argument. I don't have a problem with it. That's why I'm open to that $32, $33 million range. But you can't give him more than Russell Wilson. That's too much money, and that's overpaying for a quarterback. And yes, the quarterback has the leverage because the alternative is Cooper Rush and Mike White. So if you want to wait, that's fine. You just do play the risk there of paying a lot of money for a quarterback down the road. But if he's asking for 35 or to 40, I'm actually okay with waiting at that point. All right, DeLunatic is up next here. If needed, how confident are you in a running back by committee? More confident than I was in the wide receiver by committee, but it's not the same. And I get that there's a lot of Tony Pollard hype. Tony Pollard becoming a featured back would be something he didn't do at Memphis. He was not the featured back on that team. That was Darrell Henderson. Pollard was a rotational scat back type, which has value, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that for Pollard to suddenly be the guy after not being the guy at Memphis would be a pretty significant jump for him. So it's easier to do an RB by committee than receiver by committee, but it wouldn't be as easy as just having Zeke back out there on the field. All right, Destroyer Dog, who do you think will retire after the 2019-2020 season? Ooh, good one. Witten? Sean Lee? I think those are the only two options. There aren't LP. There aren't very many old guys on this team. So at that point, you're not going to lose that many players, if any, to retirement. Witten, Lee, and LP, those are the only guys I think make sense because of their age for LP and Witten. And Sean Lee's body's like 50 years older now. Unfortunately, he just can't hold up anymore. All right, CAC, do you think we could trade Zeke for Melvin Gordon? It's the same problem, though. Like, if the Cowboys aren't willing right now to give Zeke $14 million and Melvin Gordon wants more than 10, well, it's going to be the same problem, right? And what else are you getting back from the Chargers? If you get a first, okay, I can have that discussion. But if you're only going to go so high for Zeke, Melvin Gordon's not as good. So at that perspective, all of a sudden, you're in trouble there. I don't think it actually solves your problem in the end. All right, another Zeke question from Abner Rodriguez. Do you think Zeke should be the highest paid running back in the NFL? I say pay him his money. Look, if you go with that type of market, then yes. The Cowboys' issue is that they don't want to set the market, and they think the market got reset with Lev Bell because the market matters to how the Cowboys want to use the market. You know, I think that makes sense. But look, if you want to do it, yes, that's fine. Give him 14.5, call it a day. I am okay with that. But I don't want to go that much higher, and I would like to find a way to keep the guarantees low in case of injury at the position or if Zeke gets suspended again. All right, Justin Wilson, do you honestly think we still get the big three signed? Not as confident as I once was. I still think you get two of the big three signed before the year ends. I just don't know anymore which two it's going to be. But we'll find out. I think a lot of it depends on what those asking prices end up looking like in the end for the Dallas Cowboys and how far they're willing to go up and how far the agents are willing to go down. As of right now, there's a lot I just don't know. All right, Raymond Lofton, do you see the offense converting in the red zone this season? Preseason offense looked the same as last year. Again, don't read too much into the preseason offense. They're not going to show the good stuff in the preseason. They're not going to do that. They're gonna hide the good stuff. So yes, I think the offense has more success, but there really isn't that much further or that much worse they can be. They have to be better. They have to be better there. All right, Mark here, and I'm going to have to pull up my air yards chart here because I don't believe this is correct here. Wentz has nowhere near the talent as Dak. Similar stats with nothing but a tight end and a good O-line. Dak ranks 28th in yards in the air. That does not count yards after catch, dink, and dunk. Oh, here's the thing, though, Mark. Dak is not 28th. And also, I feel like you've kind of flipped those. I'm not really sure what you're saying. Wentz has nowhere near talent, then you're also kind of going on Dak there. But Dak's average intended yards in the air, he's not 28th in the NFL. He's not. Like, here are the players Dak Prescott is tied with or has more than. He has more than Nick Foles, Cody Kessler, Derek Carr, Beathard, Bortles, Stafford, Cam Newton, Drew Brees, Eli Manning, Nick Mullins, Kirk Cousins, Case Keenum, Marcus Mariota. He's tied with Andrew Luck. So, no, Dak is not 28th in yards in the air. That's not an accurate stat. I don't know where you grabbed that from. That's not the accurate number, though, for Dak Prescott. All right, guys, again here, request for you. Please subscribe to the Cowboys Report. Get us to 50K. Help me get the bag. I'll be honest, I got some bonus money coming once we reach 50K. So help me out. I would greatly appreciate it. Help me get the bag, all right? And maybe I'll donate some to Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott, and they can get their prices down. That's a win-win for everybody, right? I think so. Go subscribe to us here, guys, on YouTube. I really would appreciate it. All right, country music and the Dallas Cowboys 21_4. Who are your fantasy sleepers that everyone should be looking at getting on their fantasy league? If you draft Zeke, go ahead and draft Tony Pollard. I think there is some value in Michael Gallup. And, oh, by the way, in all honesty, you should take Dak Prescott. Like, he's been a top 12 fantasy quarterback every year. He offers great value on the ground. And his opening season schedule is easy. Giants, Redskins, Jets. Like, he's going to be a top 10 quarterback for the first 3 weeks. Don't go early quarterback. Instead, just take Dak late. Stacy P is drinking the Kool-Aid. Do you think Tony Pollard is a 1,000-yard-a-year back that can win us games? Y'all, we got to lower the expectations on Tony Pollard. I know the Cowboys are hyping him up. They did the same thing with Tavon Austin. I know it's an unusual take. I don't think a running back who never hit 1,000 yards in his overall career in college is going to be a 1,000-yard back in the NFL. There are always exceptions, but the expectation for Tony Pollard should not be 1,000 yards a year. That's going to end up being a disappointment, plain and simple. Evan Rosales next up here. Can the Cowboys trade for Jalen Ramsey? If you were to trade for him, what will you give Jacksonville? Well, if the Cowboys aren't going to be a market setter ever, they ain't affording Jalen Ramsey. Because Jalen Ramsey wants to break the cornerback market. He wants more than 15, 16 million. He wants 17, 18. Now, in terms of my trade offer, it'd probably be Byron Jones and some type of pick. How about a really bonkers out there trade idea for you guys? How about Zeke and Byron Jones for Fournette and Jalen Ramsey? Who says no? Because I think the Cowboys still say no. But let me know who you guys think says no. Also, let me know if you guys like my red hair from the other day. Yes or no? Based on the comments we got on NFL Daily Live on Chat Sports, and then in the comments from the video we posted, the answer was no. And I hated it too. I will update you guys. I did not tell my wife I was doing it. So I walked in the house, and she turns the corner and goes, "Oh no. Oh no." She did not like it. The good news is the dog was not afraid. And I kind of thought he was going to be afraid, but he was excited to see me anyway. Looking here at the live comments, I see some yeses, and to be honest, that surprises me. Also, shout out D Lunatic, who thought there was something wrong with his screen. That's pretty funny. All right, franchise. Which of the big three should we trade, if any, and with who? The trade market is not the right timing. Like, you have to do it in the offseason because not that many teams need a quarterback right this second. Not that many teams need a running back right now. Teams could use a receiver, but I don't want to trade Cooper right now. So if you want to visit trading somebody, do it in the offseason, which comes next year. And at that point, you probably should end up trading away Zeke Elliott because he is still under contract. Not to do the franchising tag and then pay big money, too, from that perspective, it actually might make the most sense to trade Zeke, although to be quite honest here, I'm not really on board with that quite yet. Destroyer Dog, will Luke Gifford be okay and ready for week 1? I don't think so. High ankle sprains take in that 6-week range, best case typically 4 weeks, kind of past that mark. So no, I don't think Gifford is ready to go for week 1. Jared, do we still beat the Giants week 1 if Cooper and Zeke both don't play? If they're both out, I'm not as confident on that one. If one is out, I do think so. Although, last year, we saw the Cowboys do it without Cooper and Zeke. Different time of the year, different team for both, but I would say they can do it, but I think you need Cooper out there to beat the Giants week 1. All right, guys, if you want to bet on that Cowboys-Giants game, pro tip, just bet on the Cowboys. Giants aren't going to be very good next year. Head over to chatsports.com/Cowboys and use promo code GOCowboys for a 100% deposit bonus. You put down $50, they will match that for you. Put down $100, they'll match that as well. It's the best betting deal out there. Chatsports.com/Cowboys. Ian wants to know at this point if I would trade Taco for a top kicker and a 5th or 6th round pick. I don't know if you could get a top kicker for Taco Charlton. Like, top kicker me goes, okay, Justin Tucker. Could you get Justin Tucker for Taco Charlton? No, I don't think that you could. Maybe you can get a 5th or a 6th round pick, but I wouldn't think on getting a kicker there either. Kyle wants to know how much I think Cooper will get paid. It does depend on when he decides he wants to go in depth with a contract negotiation. But I think 18, 19 is kind of the lower end or the middle end for Amari Cooper right now. The value goes up. He's a number 1 receiver. He's going to get paid. And, of course, he knows the Cowboys didn't trade a 1st round pick to let Cooper walk after, 22 games. Don't see that one happen. All right, Adolfo Torres Jr., could you make Dak's contract near Wentz, then make it incentive-heavy to bring it up near Russell? I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if Dak is going to do it right now because of what Dak has reportedly asked for, or at least his team has asked for. But I do think incentive-heavy makes some sense to get it up higher there. Make it Super Bowl incentives, and I'm in. Because at that point, I don't care what the money looks like. They won a Super Bowl. That's fine with me. I don't know if it's going to end up being quite that high. I do think, though, that the Wentz deal is kind of the baseline, and that's fine because the Cowboys signed him after Carson Wentz. Other big thing for me is still probably get this deal done before Jared Goff. Otherwise, it's going to be even more expensive. All right, guys, if we did not get to your questions, I'm sorry. We'll get some more in there. You can tweet them to me at WhatGoingDowney. We'll be live again on Thursday as well. But again, if you didn't get your questions answered, tweet them to me at WhatGoingDowney, and I'll respond to them today, tomorrow, or whenever you send them my way. Hey, Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.